You know, this could go on for hours, right?
We'll try to keep it. Whatever.
So that ball is in your court.
Welcome, you people, to a very special episode of Let's Talk Song that very few people will watch, but we do it anyway because we freaking love it. Yes. So last night, people were drinking and having a good time right over there at the campfire, while Perfecto and I were nerding out about harmony.
Harmony!
Because...
yeah, it's funner.
It's funner. Wait, let me check the focus, just to make sure. And Carlos, oh, by the way, we're on Floral Island, Palawan, in the Philippines, if you didn't know this, because making videos at home just became very boring.
Very boring. We needed some sunlight.
And that we have in spades. Carlos Asensio from Guitarra Viva was playing Sitting on the Dock of the Bay.
Yes.
And then I was like, that's interesting harmonically. And then he goes off on minor medians and the 3 median and the 3/7. I'm like, and I know, I mean, I know harmony, but then I don't think that he knows more. He might actually know more, but we were talking kind of different lingo, right?
Yes.
More of a classically trained musical linguist.
Yeah. Yes, I come from a more classical background, which I've learned to adapt to like more modern and popular applications.
So what we're going to do is look at Sitting at the Dock Bay, because we literally have a dock, we have a bay, why the fuck wouldn't we? And oh, by the way, buy the songwriting course. Box is right here somewhere. Coming out in late April. I don't know what time it is right about now, but you're going to learn all that shit. Of course, with my lingo, not his freaky deaky Dutch. So,
Dutch.
we're going to look at that song. We're not going to look at lyrics. I don't think we have them here.
No. We'll look at the main chord progression, because that's where the interesting bit is.
Now we'll try to translate it to you to, the way that you should be learning harmony, not whatever he's fiddling with.
Mine is easier.
Yeah, it's not.
It's easier.
It's not. Of course, you should also subscribe to his channel because good content. I mean, it's content. There are videos.
It's passable.
So.
Sitting in the morning sun, I'll be sitting in the evening calm, watching the ships roll in, and I watch them roll away again. I'm just gonna sit on the dock of the bay, watching the tide roll away. Sitting on the dock of the bay, wasting time. I've left my home in Georgia, headed for the Frisco Bay. I have nothing to live for, feels like nothing's gonna come my way. So I'm just gonna sit on the dock of the bay, watching the tide roll away. Gonna sit on the dock of the bay, wasting time. Look back, nothing's gonna change. Everything still remains the same. I can't do what 10 people tell me to do, so I guess I'll remain the same. Sitting here, resting my bones. This loneliness won't leave me alone. Yes, 2,000 miles I roamed just to make this dock my home. I'm gonna sit on the dock of the bay, watching the tide roll away. I'm just gonna sit on the dock of the bay, wasting time.
Okay.
Play it.
So the chords are G, and then goes to a B major, to a C, and then goes down to an A. And that's the whole song. That's it. The whole song.
Wait, I'm starting to see what's happening.
Okay.
I think possibly. So the reason that Frederick Durstensen, who wrote the song,
Wilson Pickett.
Mine sounded just like that. Frederick Durstensen, Wilson Pickett, come on. It's very similar in tone. The reason why he wrote it that way is why?
Oh, he plays guitar and writes songs on guitar, and he tunes his guitar to a major chord. So he only plays with one finger.
Always.
Yes, so all his chord progressions are major. Like all his greatest hits are major. Yeah, there's another song that goes. You gotta try a little tender. It's all major.
So let's look at it. Starts on a G. We have some grounding issues here.
Yeah.
Don't know if it's the Harley Benton 25th anniversary jazz master that has the wrong color pickguard, or I think it should be a different. I don't think the gold with the tortoise shell works, but it's
Anodized gold.
Anodized gold.
Make it anodized gold.
But it's a nice guitar.
Yeah.
It's pretty much the JA60cc in anniversary model.
Yeah, all decked out.
So should have staggered tuners though. Anyway, this is about songs. So
Okay.
you're seeing the G as the one.
G is the one, yes.
I think that's wrong.
It's in the key of G major. This is home base.
I don't think so.
Okay. Lay it on me.
Okay, explain the way you explained it yesterday, which made sense, and we were really well. Let's go around because you're gonna have to know about secondary dominant. So let me go there. A secondary dominant is any kind of 5 that goes to any kind of chord. So if that chord is within our major, minor, minor, major, major, minor, diminished, you can go to any of these diatonic chords by simply putting the 5 of it in front of it.
Yes, so it's like a pivot chord.
Yeah, that's the secondary dominant. It is not. It is using notes. Let's see if he gets it. Jake, we had a discussion about this. Jake, what do you do when someone's filming?
You rudely interrupt. This is my laundry. Currently dirty, soon to be clean.
Jake, I don't even know your last name.
Lee. Jake Lee Guitar.
I know your last name.
Jake Lee Fuge.
Jake Lee. Jake Lee Guitar. Not the dance instructor, but this guy. I'm teaching him how to interrupt videos.
Yeah.
Who's your favourite Jake Lee?
Probably you.
Probably.
Yeah.
Subscribe, really killer player. Also, sometimes he hangs out with us when he's not editing and working his ass off. We're trying to teach him to relax.
I'm relaxed.
Good.
How can you not be relaxed in this setting?
Yeah, now piss off.
Goodbye.
See, that's how you do it.
My favorite is Jake E. Lee.
You killed me.
So, secondary dominance. If you want to go in the key of C major, for example, to a C, we're using the dominant, which is in the key, the G. But if you wanted to go to a D minor, all you got to do is what's the dominant of the D? It's an A7.
Yes, so you go.
That A7 has strange notes in it. It's got a C sharp in it, which is
Not in C.
not in C, but you're just borrowing that.
Yeah.
It's a borrowed chord technically. So this is something that's happening here, and we talked about this. And the interesting thing is how we'll get to it. Explain the way that you explained it to me yesterday.
Okay, so
You see in the G as the 1.
G is the 1. This is the key, G major. And then we go to the 3rd, which is instead of being a minor chord, he turned it into major because he can't play minor chords.
And technically, if we think of it in a little bit easier key, like the key of C, The 1 would be the C, the 3 would be the E minor. We're not doing that, we're doing
Seven.
E7.
Or E major.
E major,
basically.
which actually I would see as a secondary dominant going to the A minor. It would
Yes.
it would draw us to A minor.
So let's play this in C.
Yeah.
So C, and then the third would be E, and then major, and it should go to.
That would make total sense.
Yes.
But we're not doing that.
We're going C, E to F.
And the way that perfecto justifies that is that the upper structure triad. What's an upper structure triad?
It's the when you stack thirds on top of each other.
So the F major is F, A, C,
C.
but in F major 7, F, A, C,
E.
E. So the upper structure, the 3 upper notes, if we get rid of that F here, is
A minor.
an A minor. So if you go from that E7 or that E to the upper structure of that F, it could be justified to say you're going to an A minor, but it's the A minor that's sitting kind of on top of that F, sitting
Yes.
on top of that F.
Yeah. So
That's probably why you wrote it.
It's still on theme. So technically, we're going instead of going to the upper structure, we're going to the lower structure because F A C.
No, you're going to the upper structure. The E wants to go to A minor, which is an
Yeah.
upper structure of. Oh yeah, and we're not doing the F major 7. We're just doing the F, but it's kind of implied.
It's implied. Yes, implied. So instead of going to the expected chord, we're going to the lower structure where the expected chord is the upper structure.
That's not complicated at all.
It's really not.
How do you justify the A?
The A?
The
Oh, and then
so the D. How do you
the
justify
D.
that?
So that's like a
2 major.
2 major. It's and again since he can't play minors, so this would be. I told Henning about a hard fast rule in classical theory that any chord within the chord family can always go back to the root, to the tonic, and the tonic can go to any chord. So in this case, this D, instead of functioning as a 2-5-1, right? The songwriter treats this as the chord to go back to the stop to the start of the chord progression. Right? It's very strange. I mean, it works in popular music, but then it's also goes against all theory. So C, E, F, D. So this is kind of like a secondary dominant as well. That should go to to pivot to a new key, but it doesn't. It does a retrograde. It goes back down.
Could we see that as because that was my argument, and I think I made a thinking mistake earlier. Instead of saying we start on C as the 1,
Okay.
could we see it as the 4,
4,
and then the D is the 5? Could we argue that we're in G major?
G major.
If we're doing C and D, could we argue that that's a 4 and a 5 because that gives us a foundation? It gives us a grounded 4 and a 5.
Okay.
We just have to find out what the others are.
Okay. Theoretically, that would make sense.
Mm-hmm.
But that's not where the melody goes. See? So, or if you go, it doesn't work. So it's one of those things where
The thing is, if we're arguing that the C, in this case, it's in G, of course, is the tonal center,
yeah,
literally none of the other chords
don't relate to it.
Then you don't have a tonal center.
Yeah.
It's like you're establishing a tonal center of C, and then all the other chords you throw in are not related to C major.
Right.
And then the question is, your tonal center only really gets established if you give enough information chordally to
Right.
know where you are.
Right.
Play it again. Let me listen.
It's a stumper. Now,
So the C is 1, the F is 4, very
yes,
clearly.
1/4, yes.
1/4. We've got that.
The wrench, the monkey wrench are the E and the D.
And we could argue that the 1 and the 4 are so strong as pillars for a key that we have the key of C.
Yeah, right. Right. So here's the thing. When songwriters write songs without any formal knowledge of harmony and stuff, what they do is they first come out with a melody and build the chords around it.
Let me try something.
Yeah.
Just because I'm not 100% set on. Ah. I'm thinking, what if we're in F?
Okay.
I'm just, what if we're in F?
So that's the root.
That's the tonic,
Yeah.
which would mean we're starting on the 5, and it's a bluesy feel, so that could be okay. So we're starting on C, mixo on C7, which doesn't make it sound wrong.
Yeah.
Then we're using that.
I can't run there, can I?
Ryan!
Oh, sorry.
Ryan!
If you're gonna talk,
Well,
you gotta
if you're
talk
gonna
in front
talk,
of
you're
the
gonna
camera.
talk. You gotta come in and actually get in front
Get
of the
in
camera.
frame. Hey!
I'm sorry, what? What you guys working on? Just slid down the whole thing.
There you go.
We're analyzing, sitting on the top of that, harmonically.
No, this isn't for you, Henning. This is for Glenn. This is for Island Glenn.
Yes.
This is for content. You can't have this. No, 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 no.
No, 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 no,
No.
no, no, no.
No.
Anybody got
No.
a spritzer bottle?
No.
Bye, guys. There are wild YouTubers roaming on this island.
Yes, yes, very wild.
And Jake now has walked back and forth with a mono gig bag for the, I don't know, 3rd time.
If you're gonna walk with a mono gig bag, at least get it in the shot.
What are you doing, Jake?
I mean, how many times do we have to spell it out for you?
Oh, yeah, okay, cool.
You walk past the setup, you get in the setup. This kid.
It's
What are you doing? Where are you going? Huh? No, I mean, where are you going with the gig bag?
Because some of us are doing work.
Where?
Good. Don't worry about it.
I'm worrying about it.
Because when you find out where I set up, you invade my space, you
Yes.
take over,
Yes.
and I have to find a new space, and I don't want that to keep happening. So don't worry about it.
I won't find you.
You
I won't
find
track you down.
me. You won't find me.
By the way, your shirt is not fucking silly enough. Yeah. Like,
Look, there's no pleasing you, is there?
sillier fucking shirts.
The next video is the silly shirt video. I
Good.
honestly swear, I promise.
Thank you. They're doing nude shots with Glenn over there. I wish you could see that.
Can't see it.
Gonna swivel this around. I know the F doesn't sound like it's home.
no. This is the end note. Wasting time. It's no. It still sounds like a 4.
But I could have argued that the E could have been like it should be a diminished chord, but he's just playing it as a major, which could work. But then you play the 6, which would be the D minor. You play that as a major chord, which you can do. You're going to learn that in the Dorian trick in the course.
I was gonna say, hey, great analysis, Rick Beato.
Well, that's what we do. We're trying to fucking sell a songwriting course so you can make money.
Where's this course going to be at?
On Glenn's freaking platform.
Yeah,
He's bitching about us talking about songwriting.
What's the website?
It's SpectreAcademy.net.
Yeah.
Don't go to Spectre Digital. They just have plugins and drum shit and nobody needs. Let's make music, but you don't need all that shit that Glenn is selling you. Get the songwriting course and actually create something.
Actually, here, I think what would be a fun thing to do is to academize this chord progression and make it right.
Okay?
Okay? So, sitting on the morning sun. Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da.
Okay, except for that 7 you did at the end.
The 9?
Yeah.
Okay.
But it fully works with the A minor instead of the F.
Yeah.
And the D minor instead of the D major.
D major, yeah. Yeah, because like the D minor can also go back to the root.
In which case it is really just a.
It's an upper G7.
It's a 1 to 6 to 5 of 6 to 6 to 2.
Yeah.
Makes complete sense, and it still works.
Yeah, or you can think of the D minor as the upper structure of a G dominant 9. If you want to make it.
What a nerd. Freaking harmony nerd over here. We're going to do more of these, okay?
Yeah.
That's necessary.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
I think that what makes the song sound like it sounds is that major moving back and forth. I always say, if it sounds good, there's a reason it sounds good.
Yes.
Right now, we can't really 100% put our finger on what the reason is, but there is an explanation why it sounds good.
Yeah. And the explanation is it's a very good song. there's no, I mean.
Wow, that's astounding. What an analysis.
Shut it, Glenn!
Out away!
Glenn in a hammock with a mango shake bitching from the background is literally a nightmare I had.
I'm so enlightened.
Actually,
Thank you. Buy Henning's course.
Is it a good song because we already know and love it for a long time?
Very likely.
Or is it a good song?
In the beginning, it grabbed someone and they put it on the radio.
Yeah.
It wouldn't have made it that far if it was shit.
Yeah.
But the reason.
But then also when it first came out, it also turned some ears. Like, oh, I didn't know you could do that.
It's also what it's. Should we look at the melody?
Okay, let's see if I can figure it out. It's all root. It's all root.
He's literally just following the guitar, which is, in my opinion, the easiest cop out. And I hate it when guitar players play a riff and then just sing the riff. In this case, that's just how we know it.
He made the melody interesting by putting the chords around it.
Could we harmonize? If we harmonize, it would probably sound weird.
Yeah.
Let me do this thirds.
This is like proper diatonic. And it's like hokey.
Yeah. That sounds nice, but I think that's what you kind of are hearing when he's singing it.
Yeah.
Play the major thirds.
So
That's demanding.
Yeah, but this is a very bluesy. It's a staple of blues.
Sounds genty to me.
It does. Oops, sorry. Yeah. And notice that song does not have background vocals.
He couldn't pull it off. He didn't know what to sing.
Yeah. There's no background vocals.
He's singing the roots. Because of that progression, it's interesting enough.
Yeah.
Wow. I don't know if we learned anything, but we made a video.
It's
I mean,
very
it
interesting.
is content. Sometimes the odd one is the good one. So everything we're teaching you in the course is guides to get your creative juices flowing, but they're not strict rules. There are no strict rules.
Yeah.
Knowing the strict rules and when to step out of them because you just shoved some chords around is a good thing. The idea of a songwriting course and knowing harmony is to maybe analyze something that you've done yourself by accident, maybe by moving one finger around, and learning how to recreate it.
Yes, yes.
Because he probably couldn't recreate the magic of this.
Yeah, and also if your palette is limited, you end up writing the same song over and over.
So we will be able to analyze and say, well, if we want to do a sitting on the dock of the bay kind of song, stick with constant structure, major chords.
Major chords.
And
then melodies in the root.
melodies in the root.
And
That would be a good thing. Could we write something that sounds similar but isn't that?
we could.
Well, we'll get a guitar Layla from Yamaha, thank you Yamaha, and try that. We have gear, of course, from all these fascinating brands that helped us get on the island. Look in the end cards for all the logos. Thank you so much. And thank you so much to Flora and Martin for their amazing hospitality and their amazing team.
Amazing food.
Angel, Irish, Angie, everyone. Amazing food. This is a dream come true, and it wouldn't have happened without their hospitality, without the brands that supported this, and without my ridiculous friends that say, "Sure, I'm coming on an island," and of course the beyond mind-blowing organizational talents of this man.
No. Well, also this is all the brainchild of this man right here. So he's the.
I just said I want to go to a nice island. That was my idea, and apparently it makes me brilliant. Thank you for watching. We're going to put some nice logos and all that shit in the end. And of course, animals also at the end.
My way, I left the path I went astray.